Hey, my funky Fruit Loops. Welcome back to Numinous Soul Oracles. I am your host, Nikita. And I've been guided to jump on and do a bit of an oracle reading. This reading is it's going to be dedicated to somebody who is just very encouraging toward me doing this, and she has actually helped me immensely to continue to do this. I haven't seen her in fucking years, but she's always been a bit of a Fruit Loop in my eyes. So this is dedicated to Tanika. Hey girl. This is actually I'm gonna call it, it's the I can't even speak, Wild Woman Oracle reading. I actually got a new Oracle deck not that long ago, which is it's based on the book by Clarissa Pinkola Estes, Women Who Run with the Wolves. It's an incredible book for women. You don't have to be a woman. It's, just if you're a bloke, go out and read this book, whatever. It's very insightful. I don't want to get too deep into it. I do recommend you go and read it. And this is the Wild Woman Oracle. So I thought it was very fitting to kind of jump on and do one of these readings. I've already pulled some cards. I did a bit of a theme, so I'll go along and explain like which card is what and what not. This is a bit new and different for me, guys, so bear with me. I'll probably stumble over some words. Please be patient with me while I get the downloads coming in. I know I sometimes stumble or I tend to ramble a bit and maybe it doesn't make any sense, but there's a lot that comes through and I have to like pause to understand it, right? Sometimes it can be a bit muffled, or sometimes it can come through just, it comes in and then it goes away and I have to like, fuck, what was that? So bear with me while that happens, okay? Right, let's get into it. So there's 8 cards. I had to count that because I wasn't actually sure if there was 8 cards there. But our first card it's the theme of the reading, okay? So our first card we have number 27, Skadi, which is authenticity. They're quite cute cards, I feel. So the theme is authenticity, being you, being yourself, your true authentic self. You as a person have to come to that conclusion of who you are, okay? What is it that makes you who you are? What is it that you aspire to be? Who do you want to be in this world, and what kind of mark do you want to make on this world? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? There's a lot of people out there who kind of, the people that can't think for themselves, the people that they don't know who they are unless somebody tells them who they are. Does it make sense? Like, how do I put this in an example? So just say, for example, that you say you like this one thing, but then a friend or something is just like, no, you don't like that, you don't want to do that, and you're just like, oh yeah, nah, I don't like that, I was just gamming, that's not me. But it is. So you're literally pushing away that aspect of you just to please somebody else, okay? Standing in your truth and standing in your power as a person, as a woman, and embracing every little aspect of who you are right now in this moment, okay? Don't think about the past you or the future you. Think about the you now, right in this moment, okay? And love that person. there's a bird outside. It's so in New Zealand we have these birds that are called moorpork, and they're like moorpork, moorpork. I don't know what they're called in Australia. Is it? I think it might be like an Aboriginal bird or something, or an Aboriginal. I'm not too sure, but Aboriginal is coming through very strongly right now. And it's interesting. I don't hear them all the time. I only hear them. I think I've heard them about 3 times since I've been here, but it's not every night. So that's the theme of your reading, guys. Being your authentic self, okay? Card number 2 represents the past. And we have, I'm probably going to butcher the shit out of this name, but it's Vasilisa, the wise, intuition, which is, the feminine aspect of ourselves as well, is following that intuition, that gut instinct. You can see that she's got my singed little feather. That's what I was trying to, so there's a skull on a stick, right? And it's like got these vision fucking things, but it's, sorry for swearing, guys, I don't know what that is. What I feel with this card is like it's the beams, the rays, like the rays of light coming through the skull to see through the dark. Okay, so your intuition will guide you through the dark. It'll guide you through the woods and the wilderness. Another reason why I love these cards is because they're like all in the woods, all in the wilderness. Is all like a little cabin in the woods, and it's just literally where I am, cabin in the woods. You feel like whoever you are, you have been tapping into your intuition a lot more, understanding yourself and your intuition a lot more when you connect with that inner knowing and where you're led. You will start to trust yourself a lot more. I know sometimes it can be hard to make a decision. We might be fearful of perhaps making the wrong one, but knowing that the more you listen to your intuition, the stronger it will get, and then the more self-reliant you are on yourself, rather than turning to like external validation on what you should or shouldn't do, or that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you want to do something, or if you feel like you should do something, yeah, you can ask for advice. You can ask your peeps, your circle, what their advice is, but ultimately the decision has to be yours. Okay? There will be some people out there where you will say you've got an idea, or you want to do something or whatnot, and people, now this is not everyone, but some people will kind of steer you away from what your intuition is telling you. There could be many different reasons for that. They're jealous, they don't want to lose you, what fucking the list can go on, right? But take their advice with a grain of salt and make up your own mind. I just heard my guide say this, what did they say? Same thing can be said to you, as in making up your own mind. They know I can be quite indecisive sometimes. So thanks, guys. Present, we've got January's rebirth, which I love this because it's not in here like it looks all wintry and snowy and whatnot, right? Like there's snow outside, she's inside. What she got there? She's got her book. I'm gonna assume that there's like a cup of hot chocolate, you know, just seeing the winter outside. I'm actually seeing in my Shaman's Oracle deck, there's a card that's called Winter's Gestation, which I feel like is very fitting for now because it's winter here where I am, and there has been a sense of hibernation mode. Like you might like be not leaving the house. I know personally I haven't left the house other than like go to work, go to the shop, come back, and I'm just set. It's like literally in hibernation mode, working on little bits and pieces behind the scenes, relaxing as well, doing a bit of spring cleaning. So that kind of thing, like it's like a gestation period. It's like, you know, after winter, spring comes, it's a new blossom, it's a new season, right? So I feel like in this time, it is that gestational period where your creations are brewing, okay? Yeah. Future. Rise of the inner warrior. Solidarity. Yeah. It's like they're in a cave and they're writing stuff on the wall. See if I can read that out. I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. And that's from Angela Davis. I shock you and rock you. I clear the way for what's to come. I can be slight or stupendous, brief or long-lasting, uproaring and uprising. What if I can't be ignored? Yeah, wow. Whew. And see, they're holding hands, right? So it's like finding that soul tribe, finding your sister tribe, encouraging each other through the storms and through the little things that could seem you know, quite large or a bit stressful, but knowing that your creation, your authentic self and your creation will, I heard, make waves, okay? When we have that solidarity within ourselves and around us as well, when we kind of take a moment to sit back, turn everything off, and just sit in silence and in comfort of self, you will start to realize that I'm hearing excuse me, I'm hearing the word insurmountable. I don't know if that's like a very large amount or like excessive, or okay, put it this way, the things that you thought that you couldn't cope with are actually insignificant when you look back on it. I think I've said this before in another reading, but you won't know how truly strong you are until you go through what you've been through. You come out the other side and you're just like, I don't know how the fuck I survived that, but I did. You know, that's your inner warrior. That is your inner warrior's refusal to be beat down. It's the refusal to back down or to give up. I feel like some of yous could have been bullied in the past, or a lot of your things might have been caused a lot of like backlash. But just know that, don't take it personally. I feel it's like is those people that they can't find the inner warrior within themselves, you know, like they can't, maybe not can't, but they don't believe in themselves the way that they believe in you. So I feel like that, in that sense, it's a time for us to kind of encourage them that they can, you know, and a lot of the times it will fall on deaf ears. A lot of people they can't comprehend that they can achieve whatever it is they want. They can be whoever it is that they want to be. If they're not at a level of consciousness to be able to receive that, well then your advice or your knowledge to pass on will not be well received, and it'll just be it just won't be excuse me, it won't be well received for them to understand what you're trying to say. And you can tell them until you're blue in the face and they fucking 50 years go by, but if they're not ready up here to receive it, then there won't be any changes made. Okay, what have we got next? Best course of action, number 5. So we've got number 1, rewilding with grandmother moon. Oh, fucking love the moon, guys. Love the moon. You know, just like the cycles of the moon, and I think I've mentioned this before as well, just like the cycles of the moon, we have the cycles and phases of our life as well. Full moon it's the clearing out, it's the cleansing, it's the closing. New moon is the rebuilding, okay? It's a new chance for you to set intentions. What do you want to achieve? What do you like in the next cycle? You know, some goals for yourself, some good habits you want to put in place. Just like the full moon is, all right, what do I need to get rid of? Internally, externally. I think I mentioned I've just done like a bit of a spring clean just to get the energy flowing. I moved my room around, I moved some other stuff around, I cleaned a lot of stuff out. Just a massive cleansing, and it shifts the whole energy of the space, you know. So if you haven't, and I know not everyone's got fucking time on their hands to do massive spring cleaning, like it's you know, I've still got dust and cobwebs and whatnot, but it goes with my rustic feel, okay? But what I mean is if you haven't moved things around or decluttered or just moved, how do I put it, like just even moving little bits and pieces around, it's the clogged up energy, like the old stagnant energy will stay, it'll linger. Whereas if you move things around, you do a bit of dusting and cleaning out, you're getting rid of that old energy, okay? I heard somewhere before, I can't remember who it was or where it was from, but animals, small animals like cats and dogs, like if they're inside, they play an important role of moving and shifting and clearing out energy as well, because it kind of, I'm hearing saturates. I don't know what that means. Like, I know what saturated means, but it's like, think of mist, right? And you know how it just lingers, it's just there. But then imagine it like dropping, like there's still mist, but it's only in the lower parts of the floor. It's only, yeah, like towards the ground, right? But you get your little kitty cats or your little doggies coming in and they're running through. They are shifting that energy. They are clearing that energy and they are pushing the mist out. So that's what I can't remember where I read it or heard it, but that's why giving love to your pets, like especially the ones who are inside and, you know, doing the running around, it is so important to give them that love. Give them little kisses and cuddles as well, because they are taking on that energy, all the stagnant and the stale and the old energy that's just been lying around all misty and fucking eerie like. The animals, they absorb that and they disperse it. Okay, so make sure you give your cats and dogs a little bit extra loving tonight, or whenever you fucking watch this video, and thank them for clearing that energy out. Okay. Number 6, influence. Peace of the goddess, inner peace. Yeah, I've been feeling this a lot lately, especially in hibernation mode, right? I've been reading so much, like all I want to do, I don't want to leave the house. I want to come home, I want to read my favorite author. I'm sitting outside in my mornings, having my coffee, reading my book. I'm coming home, sitting outside, reading my book, going to bed early, reading my book. It's like, that is my peace, that is my comfort. And it's those little things as well. Maybe you neglected in the past, like those little things of reading for half an hour before you go to bed, or doing like a night routine where you cleanse your face or moisturize or something like that, or give yourself a massage. Finding that inner peace in your sanctuary, and just remember that you yourself are your own sanctuary as well. So if you do things to add happiness to your life, to things that add up, that make you who you are, the more peaceful and comforted you would feel in that. Before I go to bed, I'll sit outside and have a hot chocolate with marshmallows and read my book, you know. It's those small things that really play a role in adding that happiness to our lives. And this could be anything, like I've got a jigsaw puzzle. It's like, I haven't done it in a while, but it's, and everyone's different. Okay, you could be out chopping fucking wood, I don't know, but things that make you authentically you. Okay, not giving a flying fart in space what other people think about your little cute quirks or whatever it is that you do. Okay, it's having that inner peace, knowing that it brings you comfort, it brings you joy. There's a little sign on here. I don't know if I showed you the card. Give me a second, guys. Give me a magnifying glass. By the earth that is her body. I don't know if I'm yelling. By the air that is her breath, by the fire that is her bright spirit, by the water that is her living womb, may the peace of the darkness be forever. Darkness? That's not darkness. May the peace of the goddess be forever in your heart. Fuck, imagine if I said darkness. Wow. Yeah, but do you notice how like all 4 elements was on there as well? Incorporate all of those elements as well. I just saw somebody, not fully, but in a bath, pervert, in a bath with candles, and I can smell like rose essential oil. There's candles, and it's hot and it's steamy. So maybe someone needs to have a bath. Fuck, I'd love to have a bath. My God. Or maybe you've just had a bath or something like that. Have that pamper time for yourself, okay? Get some rose petals. There's a couple of good sites online where you can go and get like little recipes, like if you need like a de-stress bath, or like a self-love bath, that kind of thing. Just I heard detox bath as well. I don't know that you could be in a detox. But make it count. And still on the bath reference, do it with intention. Okay? Turn the phone off the hook, or if you still have a landline, turn your phone off. Tell everyone you're fucking off for an hour or so. I heard, and just indulge. Just indulge. Cognac? Is that a wine? Somebody like drinking cognac? Go and have a wine in the bath, darling. Okay, you deserve it. Man or woman, okay? Go and have a beer in the bath. Yeah? Okay. Hope or fear? Lilith, the first feminist, or autonomy. Now, see on that, they've depicted Lilith with like devil horns. There's so much I can't even speak. There's so much stigma around Lilith and what she represents. I won't go too much into it because I'm not 100% certain on her background. But I'm pretty sure Lilith was Adam's first husband before Eve. And okay, please don't shoot the messenger. I don't know if this is 100% accurate. It's just what I'm getting. But she wouldn't submit. She would not submit to Adam. It was like she had to do everything that he wanted her. I think this was sexually as well. Or, you know, like both. But it was like she was not allowed to introduce her wants or needs or desires in the bedroom, but she had to follow everything he did or he wanted or something like that. And she said no. She stood her ground. She spoke her truth. She was casted out for it, and she was made to look like the villain. Okay. Okay. I heard some people will try and make you the villain in their story to make themselves look better, but don't even worry about that, okay? It's just like, I think I've said this before, but every truth is but a half truth. So, for example, Lilith had her truth, and that was her truth. So that's truth, right? But then Adam would have had his truth, and it was still his truth. So none of them are completely right because it was still their own truth. It's what they believed to be their truth. So if we put this in like a bit of a story context, Adam could have been like to whoever he was talking, I don't even know, like if he had friends. Let's just say Adam was talking to Bob, and he'd be like, you know, that girl Lilith, she's such a mole, like she wouldn't do things that I wanted. I'm the man, she should listen to me, all this kind of garbage. But then Lilith could have been going to talk to her friend Mary Sue, and she'd be like, that fucking Adam, he won't let me take control in the bedroom, like he won't let me do this, he won't let me do that. So I decided to just fuck it all off and go my own way. Well then, because she left, Adam would have seen her as the villain, right? Instead of Lilith actually just submitting like a good little woman, she stood up for herself, and she's just like, no, catch you later, you know? So because she left, she would have, I feel, been the villain in Adam's story. Whereas if it was the other way around, Lilith could have made Adam out to be the villain because he wouldn't give her that leeway or that leniency for her to experience new things with him, or in general for herself. Does that make any sense? I don't know if that came through clearly, but it's kind of what I felt like. Yeah. But with Lilith standing up for herself and what she believed in, she ultimately stood up for the other women, right? And I don't know, I haven't read the Bible completely, so I'm not too sure how it all went, but it was like, it wasn't normal. Women having their own voice and their own power, their own say, their own desires, their own wants, their own passions. It wasn't normal back in those days, and the women were shunned for that. So maybe I feel like you could have a bit of a fear of going against the grain, of going against other people, of men, of society, of, you know, people of the public in general. You could have a fear of really branching out and breaking out of those barriers and those chains that have kept us so metaphorically chained for so long, because we don't want to deal with the backlash. It's so much easier just to succumb and just to submit and just to be a good little girl or a good little man, whatever. You know, because this is for you blokes too. You know, just take it as it resonates, okay? You know, I represent the men out there too, as a collective. You know, even okay. Well, let's give an example for the men. Some men out there, you could have had such like a domineering woman in your life, okay? That could be absolutely anybody. Just place it where it fits. You could have had such a domineering woman in your life for so long that you don't know how you don't know how to think for yourself. You don't know how to okay, I just heard somebody's taken your backbone. Okay, so you could feel like somebody has taken your backbone, and you don't know how to stand up for yourself. You can't, like a yes man. I'm just seeing someone literally with like no spine, but I mean, they've got a spine, but they're just so like hunched over. Like, it's like you don't have the strength or the courage to look at them in the eye, or, you know, you can't make eye contact because you feel like they'll just pierce through your soul. And all right, I don't know if I'm actually picking up on a masculine here, but I feel like there's a masculine who's like terrified of standing up for themselves. Absolutely. But on the outside, you wouldn't know. Bruh, whoever you are, you can do it, okay? You be your authentic self, and you stand up for yourself. If something isn't sitting right with you, you go and get your fucking backbone back. Yeah? And you do yourself proud. Once you do that, once you stand up for yourself for the first time, the empowerment that rushes over you, you're just going to be like, whoa, why didn't I do this sooner? Don't worry about what other people are going to say, or don't worry about what this... Yeah, it's like a very domineering woman. I'm seeing... no, don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing, you know, but... Norbert the movie Norbit with Eddie Murphy and Rasputia. I can't even say it, but that's what that's like, right? That's what I feel like. Yeah. Whoever you are, I feel for you, but you can. How long are you gonna let other people dictate your life before you do something about it? Your happiness should come first, not what someone else should think would, not what they think should or would make you happy. Only you know that, okay? Brian. I just heard Brian. Okay. And then we've got up to, I think, have we finished with that one? No, okay. They want me to point out the snake on the card. Okay, so obviously, not obviously, sometimes a snake can be depicted like, see, she's holding a snake. Sometimes a snake can be depicted in such a negative light where, like as a spirit animal, as a spirit totem, snakes are very, very powerful totems, right? So they shed their skin. They're very quick, silent, deadly, that kind of thing. But it's not. I'm seeing like a snake charmer. You know how like the snake comes out of a little basket and old mate's going blue, and it's like a fucking snake. It's like, it's knowing how to tame the snake. Okay, you can teach your snake how to strike when needed, but you also know how to control that snake. Okay. Okay. Number 8, we've got the outcome. And we've got Medusa, sacred rage. Yeah. Each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women. And that's from Maya Angelou. Angelou? Ah, fuck. Bent myself. You guys probably heard the story about Medusa. I don't know much about this one either, just bits and pieces, but I do know, like, she's got the hair of snakes, right? There's another significant symbolism is the snakes. It's interesting though, she's got the Pegasus behind her, right? Little horsey with the wings, okay? But Medusa, I'm pretty sure, correct me, please, if I'm wrong. Please write down in the comments if you know more about Medusa, but I'm pretty sure that she caught the attention of some god or something. I can't remember. I don't know who it was. And the wife didn't like it. Medusa's very beautiful, very, I heard seductive, but it was unintentional. It was like her authentic self, her authentic energy just oozed allure. Okay. So her energy just oozed like confidence and like a seductive, mysterious kind of energy, which caught the attention of this powerful god. The wife didn't like it, so she turned, I don't know if she turned Medusa's hair into snakes. And anyone, it's actually quite heartbreaking. Any fella or any man who kind of looked at Medusa would be turned into stone, right? If they looked her in the eye, or if they looked the snakes in the eye, they would be turned to stone. It's like, okay, I'm hearing, hell hath no fury than a woman scorned. That's a saying, right? And it's like Medusa, she didn't even have a chance to get love or to find love, to have that love, because a curse was put on her from this jealous woman, right? And it's that rage, like, oh, I can feel it. It's like she's just, I get this sense of yearning, like it's just an unmet, forever, infinite yearning. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's not what I'm thinking, it's what I'm feeling right now. It's like nothing can ease this impossible yearning that she has, right? And she's just crying, like I just feel furious. I feel absolutely furious, but devastated, absolutely devastated. But rage is also good. Rage is also energy that can be transmuted into your creative endeavors. It's the alchemy of those feelings, of those emotions. That's why we as people need that outlet to release. It doesn't matter if it's rage or sadness or depression or anything like that. If it's not released, if it's bottled up, well, then it will have it will store in your body physically. When we find that safe space to get rid of all that repressed, yuck, stagnant energy, when we write, when we sing, when we dance, when we punch something, not people, guys, not people, unless you're boxing. But if you don't find a way to release it, you're just, one, you're denying yourself the freedom of inner peace. And two, your emotional turmoil will manifest physically. Depending on the emotions that you have, it will turn up in different areas on your physical vessel. You will feel it. A lot of people, as one example, if you got like a sore back or like sore shoulders or a sore neck, actually it's interesting, I've got the secret language of your body, right? And in here it'll tell you, excuse me, I wonder if we just kind of, I want to get like the shoulder one. The shoulder and the back is like you're carrying burdens that you either you refuse to release, you can't release, you won't release, you don't know how to release, or you're carrying other people's burdens on your back. It's like, you know how they're saying the weight of the world on your shoulders, it's like that. But a lot of the times it's not actually our burdens that we're carrying, it's other people's burdens. It's their baggage, it's their suitcase, it's their whole fucking house, like on your back. Do you know what I mean? Like when you can understand the difference between your baggage and somebody else's baggage, the load gets a lot fucking lighter. Yeah. And once you can understand what kind of baggage it is on your back that's yours, and when you know how to transmute it and let it go and release it, then it's like it just goes, because you've acknowledged it, you've addressed it, you understand what it's about, you understand how that kind of came about. Does that make sense? Like, you know, you can pinpoint it. Yeah. What I love to do as well is I Google everything that, like, with what is the spiritual meaning of blah, blah, blah. I do that with everything. But do that, like, if you've got a sore wrist, right? A sore throat, like you're not communicating, or there's something you need to communicate, all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, this is a random one, but let's say, for example, okay, maybe you don't know about kidneys. Hang on, guys. I want to get one of these for you guys. Okay. Actually, let me read something from this book for you guys, okay? So we're going to go with the neck, yeah? So this could be relationship problems, inability to communicate feelings, difficulty in making commitments, feeling stuck, inflexible, pressured, like something or someone is strangling you, propensity to sweep issues under the carpet so you don't have to deal with them. Guilty. Holding on to unresolved issues in relationships, especially with parents, children, and past partners. May often experience negative self-image, spending too much time thinking and trying to work things out, and not enough time being aware of your feelings and tuning into your intuition. So those are some symptoms that could be why you've got a sore neck, right? For example. Now we've got a remedy, okay? And you guys can do this if you like. If you don't have a sore neck, just feel free to skip past this. But this is interesting shit, okay? And I get to read to you guys, so you know it's a win-win. Okay, so remedy. Have you been saying that someone or something is a pain in the neck? Well, if you've got a sore ass and you've been saying someone's a pain in the ass, that could be significant as well. Are your commitments strangling you? Where in your life are you unwilling to bend and be flexible? Is there someone you need to talk to? Focus on your breathing. Allow your shoulder to drop and your neck to relax. Focus on allowing the muscles to loosen. Tune into your neck by placing your hands gently on your neck. Breathe into that area and ask questions such as, if there was a thought that was stored in my neck, what would it be? If there was emotion stored in my neck, what would that be? I just heard grief. I don't know if that was a... that's not written down, but grief, like it like yelled at me, like grief. So I don't know. I mean, me personally, I don't have a sore neck, but grief. Okay. Sorry, where did we get up to? If there was a picture or a memory stored in my neck, what would it be? What do I need to change to feel better? And this is so trippy. So when I said if there was a picture or a memory stored in my neck, what would it be? I saw like a pot. Oh shit, I got goosebumps. Okay. I saw like a little pond and a little kid with like a parental figure, and there was like a little rowboat. You know how like you make little boats and you go and like see if they were. I'm kind of getting Stuart Little as well. You know when they went to, they had like they made a big boat. They made a fucking boat, right? Okay, I'm getting stuck now. They made a boat and they went to the pond or the lake, and then it was like a boat competition-y race fucking thing, but it was okay. It was just that it was like a little boy, I think it was a boy, just at a pond or at a lake, as like a homemade boat, and just seeing it just play, just I'm struggling to kind of express this right now. But I think you guys get the gist of it. There's a heaviness around it. It's like someone went to the lake or to the pond with their dad or granddad or uncle and played with this boat or put the boat on the water. Yeah. All right. They told me to leave it at that. So if that, okay. Okay. Wait for a response and acknowledge it or write it down. Close your eyes. Imagine taking ropes, chains, tightness, density, and inflexibility out of your neck. Place it all into a rainbow flame and watch it burn. Say, divine healing intelligence, please delete and dissolve all the ways I am inflexible, stressed, fearful, and uptight. Please draw out all pain from my neck and all beliefs that someone or something is causing me pain, as well as all points of view, positive and negative charge, and all patterns that contribute to this condition. Repeat the word clear until you feel a shift occur. Now, bathe your neck with healing rays of green light. Imagine that this green light is circling your neck, releasing density, relaxing the muscles, and healing the pain. Say, divine healing intelligence, please install flexibility, awareness, patience, trust, faith, and openness to new possibilities in my life. Assist me to resolve issues from my past and move forward with clarity to the future. Thank you. Now say, divine healing intelligence, please unwind, relax, and loosen my neck. Emotions to work with is stuck, fear, and stress, and then colors to work with is green and blue. Okay? So yeah. That's I do enjoy that book. It's very insightful. Okay. Oh, that was our last card. I just heard free the rage. Okay. Free the rage. Go to the top of a mountain or sit in your car and drive somewhere secluded and just scream if you want to. Scream into your pillow. Do something to release that pent up energy. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's it for that. Yeah. We definitely don't need to clarify. I think that went pretty okay. That was pretty good. Oh, okay, we're going to close off with an animal oracle. Excuse me, I haven't used these cards in a long time. I'm hearing wombat. Do we have wombats in Australia? Wombat Stew. That was a great childhood book. Don't slouch. I feel like I was slouching a bit there. I hope this has been okay for you guys. That was different for me as well. I don't think I've ever just done an oracle reading, but I enjoyed that. Yeah. All right, last one. All right, what does the collective need to know as we close this out, please? On the table, please, spirit guides. What does the collective need to know to close this out? No way. Snake spirit. See, I felt like that was quite significant with like the Medusa and the snake. Take time to heal, okay? You know how the snakes, they shed their skin? Sometimes you got to shed your own skin a couple of times, okay? You get you grow, you get too big for the skin that you're in. You have to shed the old. You have to come into the new. Like I don't know if you guys have seen, and I'm getting like cicadas as well. I haven't seen them often here, like the shells, but I know in New Zealand there was like a cicada season where there were just cicada shells everywhere, and how there's just like a big split down the back. I'm also getting in my mind's eye the Pokemon. There's like I remember watching this episode, and it's maybe it's a caterpillar or something, but just seeing the slice on the back and then it just emerging out. Yeah? Fuck, who was watching this? Pokemon and boats and... Let's get one more. Ah, look, horse spirit. Freedom is yours. See how we got the Pegasus in there, guys? Which is basically a horse with wings, okay? Freedom is yours. And it's only... How do I put that? It's only you who can think that freedom is not yours. It's only you who can unshackle yourself. Okay? That's interesting. We've got 5, 5, and then 3, 3. Let's get one more. And there's a 5 up there as well. That's 5, 5, 5. Let's get one more. Thank you. Cow spirit. Oh, moo-moos. I love moo-moos. Excuse me. Goodness. Cow spirit. Miracles are endless. Right? And they are. Like, you know how some days you'd be going through some things. There's another 5 there too. And you're just like, fuck, I need a miracle. And then a miracle comes. And it's like, it's just incredible. But just know, guys, that you are the miracle. Okay? You are the miracle in your own life. You are a miracle in somebody else's life. Your authentic self, your divine energy, the nature of you, your personality, you are a miracle in somebody else's life, okay? So that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. I hope that was enjoyable for you. It was enjoyable for me to read for you guys, so thank you for trusting me in your space. And that was a shout out to my girl Tanika. Hope you like it, girlfriend, and everybody else. Of course, this is for you as well. Okay. All right, guys. Huru. I'll see you later. Bye.